Hey, it's Christmas. I've got no shame. I hope you like my Christmas jumper. It's Phil here at Digital DJ Tips with a look at a little DJ controller that might well be on some people's Christmas list or in some people's Christmas stockings. It's a very cheap controller from American Audio, around $100, and it is aimed at that end of the market. It's aimed at the casual end of the market, the presents, the DJing at a Christmas party, they're pulling it out a couple of times a year, they're deciding if DJing's for me kind of end of the market. So how does it do? Well, I've been playing with this for a couple of days and I've got a reasonable opinion of where it's good and where it's not so good. Comes with Virtual DJ LE, perfectly good version of the software, cut down, only works with this controller. You can't change anything about it, but it does work. You can record on it, you can do all the usual stuff on it. So the software is okay, works fine with Mac and PC. We've tested it with both. The weird things about this controller, there's no pitch sliders and there's no volume sliders. Normally you have two volume controls up the middle and you have a pitch control here which speeds up and slows down the music on each deck. The way this gets around it is that you hold down the shift button and you press these buttons here up and down to move the pitch up and down to make the track quieter and louder, and you have bass, mid, treble and gain. Now gain is kind of like a volume, especially when you combine it with this one in the middle, which is the master volume, but it's not the same. This actually controls the gain control on Virtual DJ. For the technically minded out there, it's what happens before the track goes into everything else as opposed to what happens afterwards. But you know, more or less the gain control works as a volume control on this. It's just weird to not see those volume faders moving up and down on the screen when you're using it. So that's a bit weird, but it's okay. The pitch thing is a bit more of a problem if you want to DJ manually, if you want to do manual beat matching. Nowadays, most people just hit the sync button to get stuff in sync. And if you want to do that, it's going to work fine. This is okay for small tweaks. It's going to get mighty annoying pressing shift and going like this every time you want to manually beat match something. The jog wheels are fantastic. For the money, for any money, the jog wheels are fantastic. They work really well. They've got metal on the top for scratch performance and they've got nudge on the side for just pulling things in and out of time with each other. They work really well. There's no audio interface in this, as is the way with a lot of cheap DJ controllers. There's just an in-out for your computer. So you're going to need to, if you want to do headphone queuing, which I strongly recommend that you do want to do, the best way around it at this level, this part of the market where you haven't got much money to spend, is to buy a DJ splitter cable, a mono splitter cable. There's a good one by Griffin. So if you look for Griffin DJ cable on the internet, on Amazon or wherever, you'll find that. And for $10, $20, you've got your solution for using your headphones. So apart from that, there's not really much that particularly stands out or that's particularly bad about this controller. You know, it is a budget model. Down at this end of the market, it's all much of a muchness. If you're looking at other controllers at this price point, there's a couple of good ones from Gemini. There's a First Mix IO, which is a bit cheaper than this, and there's a First Mix Pro, which is a tiny bit more expensive than this. Out of those two, the First Mix Pro is the one I'd tend to consider over the other one, which the other one leaves a few more things out. That has the advantage of having an audio interface built in. There's also the Mix Track 2, and if you really want to move up and just spend double the amount but still reasonable cheap, the Mix Track Pro 2 is the one I'd go for. But you know, all those controllers I mentioned will get you going in DJing. This one plus a splitter cable will get you going in DJing. It's got pretty much all you need, and those jog wheels make it quite a lot of fun to use. So that's the American Audio ELMC-1. There's a full review of this over on digitaldjtips.com. Thanks for watching.